Hey, this is Mina. Welcome to my channel. Today, we've taken the show on the road. We're here at our friend Tom and Alexia's house. Meet Tom. We're going to make bread. The best is when I come over here, Tom has a wide collection of flour. So I honestly thought you were going to have so many bags of different flours and you were going to use an eighth of this one, an eighth of this one.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
It's one bag.
This is easy.
Yeah. Let's see how the pros do it.
765 grams of flour. Okay. Now this flour comes from Minnesota, and my entire family can eat this.
Is it bread flour?
It's just normal flour. Here, we'll show it.
And gluten-free or regular?
AP flour.
I use it.
All-purpose?
I use it
AP stands for all-purpose?
Yeah.
Michael, you can't get one by
Does
Does it have to be exact?
It needs to be.
So he's got a scale here, everybody. And it's at 765 is what we're looking for.
66.
66, we're okay.
Flour, maybe you put that in the ingredients. It's called, show them this.
Sunrise, it's from Minnesota, Sunrise flour.
If you're gluten intolerant, this is the best flour.
16 grams of salt. Oh, I was like, Tom, you're like me, you don't measure. But he's got a scale here. This is so exciting.
And I throw a little bit in because we...
Yeah, always a little extra.
Extra. The reason why I do this separate is that if you put too much heat, it's hard to get it out if you screw it up. Because I only need to have about 5 grams.
You have to blend your yeast before you put it in.
No, you don't. That's actually really good.
Oh, what does that even mean, what you just said? What does it mean, Tom?
Water
You put water and let it sit and foam up.
Oh, and you call that what?
Blooming the yeast.
Blooming the yeast. He watches so many cooking shows, everybody, I can't even tell you. Countless.
Baking show.
I've never cooked.
This was
baking like this.
So how many
5 grams.
5 grams.
Okay.
So now I know what I need at the store. A scale.
Cold water, at least 55 degrees. It has to be 55 degrees.
Okay, so now I wondered what that gauge was.
There we go. We're
checking the
46.
temperature. You're at 400. Okay, this is like the gas tank when you're trying to get it exact because you only have.
Look at that. Just look.
What did you need?
609. That's okay.
I think that's pretty
A couple
close.
grams. We're close enough.
614.
All right, we're good. Ready to go.
Okay.
The paddle. We'll go like that.
Oh,
now,
this is
Mina, this is
fancy.
where it should go really wrong.
Okay.
If you crank this thing up right now really fast.
Let me edit that. This is where stuff could go wrong, apparently.
This is where stuff could go wrong. So we're going to mix it up slowly here.
Most of my viewers are 13.
For 1 minute on low, just to kind of get it.
Okay.
This is a high hydration dough, so it's extremely sticky.
Okay.
So when you if you touch it, it's all over.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is just use a little water.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll use oil,
And it's
but
coming off nicely, so I like that. Yeah.
Wouldn't you use a little flour to get it off? Or no?
You don't want to. You could, but not really. It's really more water or oil.
That's a good idea too, the spatula water. Look at your hands are staying clean. It's not getting under your fingernails.
Yeah,
I like it. How long are you going to let that go for?
6 minutes.
Okay, 6 minutes. I'm going to show them this. Okay, so look at how cool the hook is.
So we're going to spray just a little bit of oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so that's going to go to town for 6 minutes.
It's not sticking on the side, Just go ahead.
Oh,
See how
yeah, it's very sticky.
See?
But visually it doesn't look like it would be that sticky.
Right,
because it's
but
staying,
it is.
It's not, okay.
So what's going to happen is the high hydration dough is like the ciabatta bread,
Okay, my dough never comes out like that.
which is it's going to be some type. You'll have irregular air bubbles from the CO2.
Tom, let's do a little cheers because I like to see a man's kitchen working. It's impressive. I'm learning a lot. How did you learn how to make bread?
One
How does the bread
more thing
making-
during COVID to just do. That's it.
So that's the reason as it started, or did you do it
I thought I
before?
started making bread in May.
That's it? You're a new bread maker?
Here, get your
Last
fingers
week he
and kinda
made olive
just go
bread.
like this.
If you like calamari. Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice texture to that dough.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of just oil.
Okay.
All right, just oil the bowl. Kind of get your hands in there. Oh, get your.
You know what I would do is
Get
just
your-
take my paper towel.
Well,
but
you
okay,
can
he's
do
making
whatever
me
you
go
want,
old
but
school here.
This
This
is
is
old
fine.
school stuff, right? Come
So
on.
what I
You're
recommend is
Italian.
get dressed up, get ready to go out, and then
And you're getting. Did you have your cuticle done?
No, my hands are freshly
Your nails
manicured, but I also say this is like a nice, treatment.
Okay, so now
Olive
what we're
oil
gonna
and
do.
sugar is a good
All right,
exfoliator
get
for
your
your skin.
kind of start pulling it out.
It's
Feel how
making me
soft
work.
it is.
I was just gonna drink my wine and watch.
It's
But
just
yeah,
like
it's-
milking a cow.
It's super soft dough. Like these are the teats, and I'm getting, instead of milk, I'm getting dough out of this.
See?
That came out pretty
came out
clean, right? I'm
It
happy, except for this little,
Yep.
I'm not gonna waste that.
Take a
How
couple
many
hours.
hours do you want this to be in the fridge for?
18 hours is good.
18 hours in
Yeah.
the fridge. What if it's in longer?
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's
And
okay.
then when you take it out, how long do you want it to be out to like?
2 to 3 hours
Just
after
to
it
get-
warms up.
Okay.
By, in 30 minutes it'll start warming up. This is what you're gonna do.
Okay.
You're gonna pull it,
And
just
fold.
kind of stretch, and you're gonna fold.
Okay. Will it be as sticky tomorrow or is it
Yes,
be better?
it'll be a little better, but it's gonna be colder.
Okay.
Stretch and fold. And what this is
So you
doing,
keep switching the direction of the
It's
fold.
rotating.
Yeah.
like that, and then one more time,
Okay.
and see
Stretch
how
and
it's
fold.
starting to get smooth.
Yeah, it is. It's
Right?
smoothing out
So
nicely.
now it's in a little ball. It's all
So
gonna
now it almost
produce
looks loaf-like, and
Yeah.
it's still circular, but it looks loaf-like. It's beautiful.
oil in here.
Yeah.
It's good. Now we're gonna cover it, and it goes in the refrigerator. And we're
Okay.
done.
But
See how the temperature of the dough?
let's see.
See, it's good. It's low. It's 66 degrees.
Yeah, the water was like at 48
So the-
degrees. This is
So
now
the yeast
60.
is starting to activate even at 66, but
Okay.
we'll get it in the fridge at 34 degrees. It'll slow the yeast down, but
Okay.
the enzymes, the amylase enzymes, start to eat the starch to make
Okay.
sugar. So your crust is going to be very crusty, and it's going to be brown because the sugars are going to be burned
Okay.
in the oven.
See, it's a lot of science. I don't care. I just
Yes.
want to know if it tastes good. I want to
Yeah.
eat it. Toasted,
Okay.
avocado.
All right, so we're going to
Because
cover
when he
this
starts
up.
going, the enzymes, the shkararata, I'm like glazed over. I don't care.
But see, that was part of
Sausages.
the part of the fun of learning. All right,
What broccoli? Sorry, vegan sausage, plant-based sausage.
so just,
But there was
there
this
you go.
one Saturday Night Live episode, or was it Saturday Night Live? And they were all going doubles, that one, and they lose train of thought, and the guys stop listening to each other, and then they just think about sausages. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? No. I don't.
Stretch and fold
Okay, that's
Okay.
enough.
every 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Do it two times.
That's it.
Sometimes I'll do it 3 times.
Okay.
So let it sit out for at least an
Maybe
hour.
2
You
hours.
don't even have to touch it.
Okay.
Okay. Then after that, 45 minutes, you do it, let it
2
sit.
to 3
Then you
intervals
do
of
another
that.
45. So right there, by the time you're here, what we'll do,
That's
you're gonna
2.5 hours later. Okay.
yeah, you can call me, because what you're going to do is we're going to split the dough.
Am I making 2 loaves out of that?
Yeah, you'll get 2 loaves.
That are that size?
Yes.
No way.
Right,
Look at it now.
multiple places.
It's kind of only a quarter of the bowl. Not even just the bottom. Look, it's not very big.
Not a little bit. When you take it out after the 45 minutes, what you can do is literally dump the bowl out,
Mhm,
and the dough will just come out itself.
mhm,
But you do it low, put some flour
Mhm.
down, little, liberally flour,
mhm,
let it drop, and kind of put it in a round, a oval, whatever you want.
mhm,
Cut it in half.
mhm.
Then separate the 2 pieces. Put more flour on tops because it's going to be sticky.
Mhm.
The flour that you put on top is
Not this?
it's going to be, yeah, it
Oh.
is, and I'll give you some. It's surface flour,
Mhm.
so you can brush it off.
have
Shape
that.
it into 2 loaves.
Okay.
Okay. Cover it up with
Yeah, like a
saran
cloth
wrap
or something?
actually, so
Okay.
no air gets in it.
Okay.
What's going to happen is those loaves are going to rise
Yeah.
again. I kind of move them around and shape them again,
Mhm.
because what they'll do is they'll kind of flatten out this, and then
Okay.
let it sit for about 15 minutes.
Oh.
Leave it on the counter,
Mhm.
cover it.
Mhm.
15 minutes, kind of go back in, shape it. And what you don't want to be too aggressive with it,
Yeah.
because there's bubbles in it.
Yeah.
So then so you get your other 15 minutes, do your final shape. At that point, how high does your oven? 550?
Probably. I think I've
Do it on the highest.
high 400s.
500.
I don't know if it goes to
Most
500.
ovens will go to 550.
It probably
Yes, he
does.
cracked it.
And
Why?
because that's what we're going to cook. It's ready.
That high?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope our house survives the birthday
Lexi, you got some of that. So you're going to go like this, and you're going to take the loaf, and you're going to go,
I'm gonna get
And
the
then you're gonna
whole
go like
family.
this.
I'm gonna be like, you guys get this in.
No,
I
look.
got this.
Then it's like this, and you're just,
Okay.
and then you're gonna go like this.
Yeah.
It's like a,
Yeah.
okay.
Does he know he's talking to mindful Mina? I got this.
You just slide this off onto a
Well, Mina
stone.
doesn't
You
have
got
a
a
stone.
stone?
I have a stone.
Pizza stone.
Thank you, Austin. We have
Yes.
a pizza stone.
So make
Okay.
sure, put this in the oven.
Underneath it.
Let this thing get hot. You
Just
put the
create
hot water,
steam?
it's gonna create steam.
Know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
How much water?
1
The
cup.
water's going on the highest setting and the bread's going under it.
Yeah, so the bread's going in the
In the middle
middle,
rack,
okay?
In the middle.
Then I use this sprayer
My pan stays in there while my oven is preheating
Yes, yep.
at tilting.
and your stone.
And my stone. So, but does it need to be in there 45 minutes at a 550-degree oven, or
Yes.
just while my oven is preheating, put it in there?
Whatever you want. I just put it in the beginning.
And then you want 45 minutes more at 550?
Because you want that stone to be
So
as
hot.
hot as possible.
And then-
when you put the 1 cup of water in,
Yeah.
then you put your bread in.
Uh-huh.
You want to kind of do things fast, but not reckless, so you burn yourself. You spray the oven and the bread with water. Shut the door.
Uh-huh.
Count to 30 seconds.
Spray underneath,
Spray
above,
again.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's twice.
Mhm.
Shut the door. 30 seconds. Spray again, and then turn the temperature down to 475.
Uh-huh.
And now you cook it for 8 minutes. Turn the bread, rotate the bread.
Uh-huh.
Most ovens don't
And
cook
cook it
evenly.
8 more minutes.
But really, when the
Mhm.
internal temperature gets to 200 degrees,
Yeah.
you're good. I use this setting roast, so you could do convection.
I was laughing when he's like, you're gonna wanna call me when you take it out. And I was like,
Do
you know what Michael said? He said, how about we just go to Panera? That's another way.
Well,
Just go buy your
you
bread.
could do
Never
Panera.
mind. Forget this. Just go buy. You're saying what you just made is gonna make 2 loaves this size.
Correct.
I'm gonna do the honors and cook
So
up.
you can
It's like
get it
super
cooked.
thin. So I'll eat that. And then I'll
So
say,
it's like
"Can
the
I have another
bottom
one?
is
Can I have another one?" Yeah.
Right.
But it's a good texture because it's, firmer on the outside, but look how airy this is on the inside. Let's show it. Look at, and you just
Smell it.
made that today? Yeah, I can get it from here even. And then he's got this beautiful plate of olive oil with aged Parmesan cheese, like cracked black pepper cracked over it. It looks beautiful.
Okay.
Let's try it. Everybody take a little piece and bring your wine glass over. Chunk of Parmesan.
And wine.
I'll add that on. It's gonna, look at my bread is so thin, yet it holds that giant piece of Parmesan. You guys, thank you for teaching me how to make that.
You would say that
Crispy.
spongy, chewy. The crumb is actually, what it is. The
Okay,
bark.
so I'm gonna
The
try-
bark.
try this
Olive oil,
together.
huh?
Thank you for teaching me this secret
Oh.
recipe.
It's not
I'm-
secret.
I'm so
You'll
excited
be
to try
excited
it.
to try it.
Thank you guys. To
Cheers.
good friends.
Thank you for us being
you.
on your show.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Mindful meal.
Okay, let me try the bread, because that's what really matters. Right?
Good olive oil, right?
It was really
From
good.
Greece, not at least.
The olive oil?
Actually, that is straight from Italy.
Does it come in a can?
36 months aged.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, that's the best Parmesan cheese. I'm getting loved on my leg.
But hey,
I'm getting
buddy.
violated.
But the olive oil, I
Well, Michael,
I go to my
I feel
international.
fulfilled.
The olive oil is from the international store. That's probably the only place you'll find it. From.
Okay, well, the olive oil is great, but that cheese is like the best cheese I've ever had. Okay, that's so good. So good. Tom, thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
cooking
you.
and
Have
baking
fun.
with me.
Call me tomorrow when you're ready.
In 27 steps, you can have fresh bread too.
It
Thanks for
actually,
joining us.
it's not that complicated. It sounds like it. It's more of a process, but you can make it in the same day too.
I love this
So-
group here. Great friends, peace, and Tom, finish my
Oh,
heart.
wait.
Oh, and these are super
This
great
is a
friends
present for you.
that know my favorite candy growing up. This reminds me of my grandma who used to take me to the
Put it in the
Memorial
freezer.
Park pool in Blue Island, and I would get a frozen Charleston chew this size and eat it like daily.
Let's put it in the freezer for
That's what
dessert.
true love is. Your friend buys you a Charleston chew. Anyway, signing out. Peace. And somebody finish my heart. Oh, here you go, Tom. Tom's like, I am not a
What is
girl.
this?
Stop
I
trying
don't
to make
understand what this is
it's a
about.
heart. Okay?
That's
Love.
all.
This is Mina. I'm back in my own kitchen now. I've got the bowl. I just now remove the saran wrap. It's been sitting out of refrigerator, still covered in the saran wrap for 45 minutes, and I'm going to go through the process. I actually was going to start kneading it, and then I had to flip the cover over and read the letters S and F, which remind me that, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to knead it. I'm supposed to stretch it and fold it. So here I go, stretching it and then folding it over. And so now I'm going to rotate the bowl a quarter turn, stretch it. You know, it is sticky, but it's not getting stuck to my hands. It's tacky, but you can see like I'm not left with any of my fingers, so that's great. Another quarter turn. I'll stretch it from this third angle. He says to repeat it in 45 minutes another time, and then perhaps another time after that. Well, we'll just see how this goes. I'm actually going to cover this, I think, with a towel too. Okay, so I'm back to turn the dough. Let's check it out. So I feel like it doubled in size since the last time I visited it. Unbelievably, this bowl is still really cold. So I'm just taking my instruction lid off. I'm stretching it again. Oh, it's interesting because now that I'm stretching it and folding it, I was taller. I had heels on the last time. So now I feel like such a shrimp that I feel like this bowl is chin level with me. But it's kind of fun, I'm not going to lie. It is still sticky. No lie about that. Stretch it and flipping it. And I got one more to go. This is unbelievable to me that it's made with cold water and I'm not kneading it at all. And then I just like that finishing touch where I lift all the dough and flip it over. It's very fun. Kneading the dough would be fun. I feel slightly robbed of it, but no, look, it's saving my arms. My grandma used to knead at it and pound it and, really work with the dough over and over and over again. And now we're just stretching and flipping. It's so effortless. I'll just be interested to see if my bread turns out as good as Tom's. So only time will tell. So the next time I roll it out, I'm going to roll it out in the flour and then keep doing it 15 minutes at a part. So this is getting exciting. We're getting closer to bread. But I just find this hard to believe that this dough is going to come out as amazing as his bread was yesterday. It was so light and professional looking and tasting. The texture was incredible. I'm just going to be blown away. If this comes out like that with so little hands-on effort, I'll do this again. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I'm coming back to the dough. Another 45 minutes have passed by, and I'm just going to dump it out. So, well, okay, so it needs a little assist. But there, I got it all. And what I'm going to do is just coat it with some of this flour. Wow, this feels beautiful. So Tom said don't overhandle it. I'm just going to organize it. It's super soft. I can see the bubbles. It's very light. I'm going to keep my plastic wrap over it. I separated them. They're on a cutting board. I'm going to cover them with these 2 towels just to try to keep them nice and warm or draft free. And let them sit for 15 minutes and then I'll work with them again. So we're getting there. Okay, so I'm going to turn my heat up. Tom said turn up to 550. Michael is worried about me shattering the oven. Yeah, 550 is the max. So maybe I'll come down a little bit. How about 500? And we'll let it preheat. And I'll put these stones in there to get hot right along with it. My oven is preheating. I may as well set my timer. So I'll come back to the kitchen in 15 minutes and check on all this. I think these are looking nice, actually. So I think he just wants me to rearrange it a few times. Not really get in there too much. Definitely light and airy. So soft. And they look like pretty uniform size loaves now. So let's cover them again. So this is my second set of 15 minutes. So every time I come back to this video to check on the bread, I'm just gonna look a little more and more tired. It's been a long day, but I will not go to bed until these 2 breads are baked. So I was supposed to count to 30 seconds, and that was probably a minute, and then I sprinkled more water in there. Let's see. Can I just be done with the sprinkling of the water? Is it really necessary? But let's just do it again. So we're just creating a steam. Okay, I'm not kidding. Those breads look and smell incredible. But I think it came out really good. But it's pretty, isn't it? This is authentic. It's like, let's just tear off a piece of this bread and pass it around. Look how pretty it looks on the inside too. I've got an avocado here. Let's just make an avocado toast. Just use a fork and scoop it out. About a tablespoon of avocado. Press it down as though this needs instruction, right? Can you do this wrong? I don't think so. Matter of preference, right? How much do you like? Okay. That's it. I could be done with that. But I have a tomato here ready to go. Just gonna thinly slice that. Let's take Slap Your Mama and put that on there. You guys ever had Slap Your Mama? It's so good. Okay. This looks delicious. Avocado toast. So the inside of the bread, chewy. And the outside of the bread, I love the crust. It's got a bite. Listen. Okay. As delicious as this is, as much as I want to eat of it, it takes time to get through this bread. It's so good. Look at that's one side. It's like, seriously, you're showing me avocado toast. Yeah, but it's so good, and the Slap Your Mama is like just a kick in the right direction. I love it. Okay, so if you have a day to spare, that was the easiest bread I've ever made. No kneading required. Are you kidding me? That's so great. Just take the time to spritz the bread is the only thing I'm going to say, so it doesn't darken as much, but it still came out great for me. And probably do it with a fresh brain, like early on in the day. Then it only makes sense. You can actually enjoy it the day that you made it. But here I am the morning after I baked it, and it's amazing. Okay, it's really good. Really, really good. Tom, I'm impressed with you. And I've got to buy myself a bag of that flour. This is really good, super easy, just requires time, but the actual physical labor of it is effortless. So thank you, Tom, for sharing your recipe. Thank you, Tom and Alexia, for sharing your home to Mindful Mina. So appreciated. Peace and love.